What is all this?
Dave, nice shirt. Just clean up the bottom of the top bottom of the outside. And so you just touch things up. And feet goes all over.
Wait, you should get it up in your hair. Put it in great.
I had to bring her up here. Boy, she's talking about a cake. She works in cake. I think they're talking to that's one of the reasons.
The only one I think that tells more stories than Lennox.
Couldn't get this.
That's gonna take a while.
No, what did you say?
Good evening. Thank you all for coming, and we will start. Call to order the regular Township Committee meeting of May 20th, 2013.
Hey, man.
Provisions of the open, you come one time and you complain. Provisions of the open public meeting law.
Pursuant to the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Law, adequate public notice of this meeting has been given. By publication in the required newspapers of the date, time, and location of this meeting within 48 hours in advance. By posting advance written notice on the official bulletin board in the municipal building. By filing advance written notice with the Township Clerk for the purpose of public inspection.
This time we ask everyone to please turn off all cell phones and pages or vibrate or shut them off. Thank you. Roll call of officials present.
Committeewoman Taylor? Here. Committeeman Billy? Committeeman Lasella?
Here.
Deputy Mayor McKay? Here. Mayor Morano?
Here. We have the invocation by Reverend Eric Hall. Reverend,
Good
thank
evening.
you. Thank you for coming.
Let's join in the invocation. God, we're thankful this day for many blessings. The blessings of family, the blessings of community, the blessings of this township. We're thankful also for those who serve in the public capacity. Bless their work and make it fruitful. Also this week, as we begin to recognize and remember those who gave their life for our freedom and our liberty, we ask for your special grace to be on those heroes and their families. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend. Can you please stand for a salute to the flag? Resolution 2013-325.
Resolution authorizing the Township Committee to retire into closed session for the purpose of discussing personnel, public safety, contractual litigation matters.
Not tonight, Mayor.
Excuse me? Not tonight.
Motion to table resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Committeewoman Taylor? Yes. Committeeman Lasella?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Morano?
Yes. And Mayor's report. Tonight, I have a couple of things. First of all, I want to see if everyone is aware that they received this in the mail from the Oyster Creek Nuclear Station, this postcard. It's very important. They're going to have a siren blasting, and you have to know the times, which I'll read off to you. It's a new project they come up with, a new siren, and they say it's very state-of-the-art alert system to be tested in Barnegat. They plan to go Thursday. These are dates I hope people will remember. May 23rd at 9:30 a.m. Thursday, May 23rd at 2:30 p.m. It's supposed to be in the afternoon. Wednesday, also May the 29th, they're also going to go off. On the 30th, it's from FEMA. It's a new siren system. And what they're saying is, on Wednesday, May 29th, a full volume, 3-minute sounding will begin at 9 a.m. and occur every 1 hour, up to 4 soundings throughout the day. So please, when you hear the siren going, it's a state-of-the-art. It's up on all the poles, and it will be conducted by the Ocean County Office of Emergency Management. So I would suggest you please look in your mail. You should have got it yesterday or the day before. It's a postcard like this. It says Exelon on the outside. And it will sound pretty loud, so don't everyone panic when you hear it. Thank you. Also, we had, I want to thank the members of the post office for having a food drive on Saturday. And I want to thank the residents who contributed. And I also want to thank the Wawa boys who were out there collecting the food from the post office. And they received about 600 bags, Jake?
A little over, yeah.
Yeah, well over. It was another one that people did what they had to do and helped the food pantry. So thanks to everybody for their support, and let's just keep going. Also, we're working on the dock. Next Sunday will be our first concert, and the engineer promises me that it will be ready. Is that correct, Art? It will. The bandstand will be ready for the hi-fis to play. That's going to start it off. It's on Sunday. And then, from now on Saturday and Sunday, we will have in our bands also. Everything is ready to go. Everything has been done. The only problem, the whole dock is not going to be finished. The bandstand will be finished where they could play. The electric's coming tomorrow. Is that correct? By the end of the week. By the end of the week, it will be there. Also, the graduations are coming, so please watch out. You know what's going on out there, proms and so on. So be extra careful driving, please, at night. The kids are out there; they're ready to go. We have dad graduations coming. We have all kinds of things happening in the next couple of weeks, so we're going to be very busy. Also, the parade, which normally it'll be on Monday. Normally it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This year it's going to start at 10 a.m. So if anyone would like to join us in the parade, it starts down on Main Street and goes up to the American Legion. And then after the American Legion, they have hot dogs, hamburgers, and soda. And they do that on their own. So we want to thank them to keep that celebration going. Other than that, let me see what else I had. One thing, the doc, the Summit Series, the doc are going hard. The hi-fis, who are local guys, will be the first band. So please get out there. Many of you have been out all summer with me, and I'd like to see you again this summer. We have a full schedule. Normally we start in July. This year we're starting Memorial Day. So you're getting a lot of extra. And when you see this, honestly, when you see this dock finished, it's going to extend all the way back almost to the ramp. It's quite a job they're working down there and doing. If anyone's been there looking, I mean, you can see the effort they're putting in. They're cementing it in. It's another storm is not going to knock it down. I'll tell you that. The way they put that with the pilings in there. So everybody, please come out and enjoy it with us. That's what it's there for. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Thank you. Let's see, Mr. Committee reports. Mr. Lasella, we'll start that way today.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're
I have a couple subjects to address. The first one is the Buy in Barnegat program on behalf of Al Belli, who is currently spending time with his grandchildren in California. and from what I understand, he's bothering a neighbor of his there. What's that neighbor that he has, Dave? His son's neighbor?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. So, we're waiting to get pictures from Al, and we'll forward them on to everyone. But he's in California with his new granddaughter. Okay, I would like to provide a quick update on the successful Buy in Barnegat program. Close to 800 people have registered for this program, with over 1,500 cards being distributed. By all accounts, this program is a huge success. Some of the merchants participating in the program have requested that the program continue beyond May 31st expiration date. While individual merchants are more than welcome to continue providing discounts past May 31st, the township will take the summer to evaluate the program, and I am confident that an improved discount program will be rolled out in the fall. I'm encouraged by the large number of residents who have joined the program, as this provides tangible proof that there is a strong consumer base in Barnegat. Between this program and the continuing efforts of this committee regarding economic development, I am hopeful that we can attract further business growth in Barnegat. My second item is the proposed noise ordinance. At the last Township Committee meeting, I requested that the Township Attorney perform research into how to properly address a noise concern associated with local business establishment. While there is no question that Barnegat wants to promote commercial development, it is important that it be balanced with the well-being of the residents who live around any business establishment. As a result of my request, Township Attorney Mr. Starkey has offered various legal remedies to address this noise concern. Based on some practical legal advice offered by Mr. Starkey at this time, I am willing to allow the current noise ordinance related enforcement, along with the commitment of the establishment to self-police their activity to regulate the process. Hopefully, this approach will be sufficient in balancing the needs of a business to successfully operate while protecting the quality of life of those residents living around the establishment. I would like to publicly thank Mr. Starkey for his solid guidance and direction on this important issue. I appreciate his effort. My last item is Johnson Pit. It is my understanding that all the storm damage vehicles have been removed from Johnson Pit way ahead of schedule, and that property owner is in the process of commencing the site restoration work. The township will continue with its efforts to make sure the provision of the courts are followed. As I stated at the last meeting, this represents a victory for the township. I am extremely pleased that the cars were removed from the site a good 4 months ahead of the schedule. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Mrs. Taylor?
Thank you, Mr. Last Thursday, Township's Economic Development Committee held its first meeting for 2013. With renewed energy and purpose, several relevant issues impacting business growth and development were discussed by committee members at the meeting. Realizing the importance of a viable and productive economic development committee to the overall successful growth of the business sector, it is my sincere hope that the committee will have a meaningful and beneficial impact on the successful economic development of Barnegat Township. I will keep you all informed of the progress made by this important committee. Improvement of the municipal website. Work continues with enhancing the township website. While it has taken longer than initially anticipated, we are hopeful to have the new and improved website online by June 1st. The township is currently working with its webmaster to make sure that the upgrades are being properly implemented. Having an opportunity to view some of the pages of the new site, I am impressed with the site's content and appearance, and wish to thank the Township Clerk's Office, in particular Joe Kostecki and Sharon Allen. That is how you pronounce your last name, right? Thank you. For the dedicated work on developing this new and improved municipal website. It will be well worth the wait. In concert with the enhanced municipal website, the Township is also working on the implementation of local government access channel in order to expand upon the ability of the Township to effectively communicate with its residents. At this time, the Township Clerk's Office is reviewing various other municipalities that manage their local access channels. In addition, the township has obtained cost estimates for equipment needed to properly operate the station. Once the upgrades are made to the website, attention will focus on the development of the local access channel. Since the same township employees who are working diligently on the website are the same employees working on the local access channel, let's provide them an opportunity to complete their work on the website prior to addressing the numerous issues associated with the cable TV channel. As with the website, I'm sure it will be well worth the work. You know what I said. Worth the wait. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. To dovetail on what you're talking about, Mr. Mayor, the clerk has very nicely gone down to the docks and taken some progress photos for everyone to take a look at if they haven't had the opportunity to go down themselves and see it. So as you can see, we are marching along, which is very exciting. I'd like to address the funding of professional planning services. After considerable discussion with all interested parties, on the agenda tonight is a funding ordinance that would provide financing in the amount of $185,000 needed for the continued effort associated with the township's initial plan endorsement. With the long overdue completion of the township's master plan, along with receiving town center designation, certain work must be accomplished in 2013 in order to maintain our plan endorsement and associated town center designation. This agreement with the state to perform this additional work was reached back in early 2012 when the township was successful with securing town center designations. Planning work reflects a dynamic process that constantly requires review and updating. In fact, a planning document that is not modified based on changing conditions and regulatory standards represents a plan of action that does not reflect the best interests of the community. It is essential that this further work be fully and properly funded to protect the township's investment in this comprehensive planning process. While the terminology related to the planning work can be confusing, there is nothing confusing over the need to continue with this work to satisfy the planning and implementation agreement that the township has with the state. Having a current master plan which reflects the vision of the township with regards to development along with plan endorsement places the community in a strong position to promote smart growth, whether residential or commercial in nature. A total of 12 elements critical to the ongoing work related to the initial plan endorsement along with other mandated work will be funded by this ordinance. Also, required work completed in the 2012 and early 2013 timeframe will be part of this ordinance's financial plan. Township Administrator Breeden will have additional information on the need to adopt this ordinance. Regardless, if the township desires to move forward with fulfilling its commitment with the state, then this ordinance is needed to fund the required work associated with upkeep of plan endorsement in town center. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Before I get to the administrator's report on the noise ordinance, we have one in town. And we have a gentleman that gets paid extra if somebody ever calls him to go out. We have a noise machine with a decimal machine.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
And I hope the business owners are aware of that. All they have to do is call and he'll come out there, and we don't need a new ordinance. No one seemed to have complained. I don't understand what the problem is. All they have to do is call town hall. John Durasky will go out there with the machine. He gets paid extra. That's his job.
I don't think he's going out at 2 in the morning though.
He gets paid to do it. He'll go out there if he has to be. That's his job. I'm paying him, you're paying him, we're paying him. That's his job. So I think we have to focus more on the people calling and saying there's a problem. If there is a problem, we'll handle it. And if he can't handle it, we'll give it to somebody else that can handle it. It's that simple. So I don't think we have to go into a big deal. All we have to do is get the phone number, call, and it'll be taken care of. Thank you.
We didn't continue the ordinance, that's what I said. We're waiting to see how they can do it self-policed.
It's a simple ordinance that says if you have a problem, call him. If there's a problem, he'll put the machine on and give him a ticket and have it at the end of it. So thank you. I do appreciate all the effort you put into it, Marty. And Mr. Breed.
Thank you, Mayor. Before we get to any reports or the agendas this evening, I'd just like to dovetail on what the mayor stated regarding the dock. I think a few of us can remember when we piled into the military truck back in October. We went down Bayshore Drive, 4 or 5 feet of water, and we saw the dock for the first time after the storm, and it was essentially destroyed. And at that point in time, we wondered how it could be fixed prior to the upcoming summer season. We have come a long way in a very short period of time. I'm very pleased with the progress that is being made at the dock as a result of the hard work of our township engineer, Dave Sella, and his firm. In addition, there seems to be a strong partnership down there between public works employees and private vendors working together in order to get the dock done as quickly as possible. As the mayor indicated, by Sunday evening, the first concert of 2013, the band platform will be done, in addition to some boardwalk surrounding the band platform. So we'll be able to accommodate the performance that's scheduled down there starting Memorial Day weekend. And I think from that point forward, we have an additional 25 concerts down there scheduled for 2013. So the amount of progress made has been significant. The quality of work is outstanding, and I do agree with the mayor that once this project is done, the dock will look better than it's ever looked before. It's built to sustain a powerful storm in the future, with no guarantees, but I would imagine if we have something close to Sandy, it will weather the storm much better. But we will see. It's being built to last this time with durable materials and supplies. And again, I'd like to commend the township engineer. He's doing an outstanding job down there. Obviously, the township's focus the past several weeks has been on the bayfront area, the dock, the beach, getting that entire area of the community ready for Memorial Day weekend and the summer season, and we will succeed. Thank you. With respect to the agenda, I'd like to go over some items on the agenda. On page 2, Resolution 2013-9, first reading, an ordinance amending and supplementing the land use code in Barnegat Township, establishing a commercial core plan highway development overlay zone. I would consider this a correction or clarification type of ordinance. Back in 2012, the township adopted ordinance 2012-06, which was the adoption or recognition of the zoning map. On that zoning map, it recognized the commercial core plan highway development zone from basically Barnegat Boulevard North down to Gunning River Road. As we know, that is the town center. The commercial core zone is from basically Old Main Shore south to the Stafford Township line. So what this is doing tonight is establishing the commercial core zone on Route 9 from basically Old Main Shore to the Stafford Township line. The commercial core zone promotes, encourages commercial development with nominal residential development, in addition to consistent with the master plan and the town center designation, which was received late 2011, early 2012. Ordinance 2013-10, also first reading, amending an ordinance that deals with street opening permits. Currently, there's some misunderstanding surrounding this. For a street opening permit, it costs $500, $250 for the engineer to inspect the opening or street opening once the opening is made, and another $250 to make sure that the patch job to fill the hole is done correctly and will last a minimum of 5 years. Ordinance 2013-11 is an ordinance first reading supplementing recreation program fees. Several years ago, the township established a summer camp. As a result, we have many individuals in Barnegat registering for the summer camp. Many families registered multiple kids from their family with the summer camp. We try to make it as affordable as possible for the families, but yet at the same time cover certain fixed costs for the township. In doing that, we offer various payment plans and discount options if you register more than one person from a family. This ordinance recognizes those payment plans and discount options. In addition, it establishes 2 new categories, non-food vendor fee and food vendor fee for special events, anywhere from $10 to $200. Ordinance 2013-12, as the deputy mayor indicated, this is the ordinance establishing or creating a special appropriation in the amount of $185,000 for various professional costs associated with the town center and plan endorsement. At the last township committee meeting, a similar ordinance was on the agenda for $200,000 and failed to pass on first reading. Since that point in time, we've had an opportunity to sit down with the chairman of the planning board and discuss the need for this work, in addition to going over the various costs associated with this professional work. If you recall, back in 2011, late 2011, early 2012, the township received planned endorsement town center designation from the state of New Jersey. However, in order to continue with that designation, the township agreed or executed an agreement with the state that indicated that the township would have to continue with certain items in order to continue with our plan endorsement. I do believe there was roughly between 30 and 35 items on that list. Those items had to be done or completed in a timely fashion. This 185,000, part of this 185,000 would be used to complete those 12 or 13 action items that the state has required the township to complete, I do believe by the end of 2013, in order to continue with our town center designation. It's very important to realize that once you secure the town center designation, the work does not stop. Unfortunately, it does not stop. There's a fair amount of work that must continue to take place in order to maintain a current and updated plan. Some of the elements that will be included in this $185,000 would be rezoning to reflect wastewater management plan, regulation and maintenance of septic tanks, zoning ordinances consistent with state highway access management, affordable housing, economic development, wastewater management, hazard mitigation, evacuation planning, and I can tell you that's a very important element, not only from the town center perspective, but from a FEMA viewpoint. So that's very valuable to the township. Recycling, public health, recreation, senior development, all these action items must be completed by the township by the end of 2013. We are estimating that work will cost roughly $118,000 to $120,000. That also includes costs already incurred by CME as a result of work they have done during the first quarter of the year. The balance of the $185,000 will be used to pay for professional services rendered during the third or fourth quarter of 2012. So when we describe this work, as the deputy mayor indicated, terminology can be a little tricky. The master plan is completed. However, this is in addition to the master plan. These are requirements that we must satisfy, that we must fulfill in order to maintain our town center designation. If we fail to complete these action items, eventually we will put into jeopardy our town center designation. And I have to tell a little story. When I got here in 2006, I wasn't even an employee yet of the township, and I came here to the first meeting. I met somebody who at the time was managing planning and zoning function for the township. And the first question I had of that person was, can I have a copy of your master plan? Because I know the master plan lays out the vision for the township. And the answer was, well, we really don't have a master plan. So we've come a long way from that statement. We have an updated, current master plan that reflects the present-day vision of Barnegat Township, taking into consideration the tremendous growth that's still occurring in the township. In addition, we are one of the few municipalities in the state that have town center designation. It is a lengthy, time-consuming process, but it is an investment that we must make in the town. Also in Ware Town, we have town center designation, and I must say, we are experiencing similar costs in maintaining that designation. So again, town center, as the deputy mayor indicated, represents an investment in this community that promotes smart growth at both the commercial and residential level. Page 4, resolutions 2013-241 through 243. As indicated and illustrated by the photographs, there's been a tremendous amount of work occurring at the dock. On April 1st of this year, Township Committee approved roughly $1.25 million in dock repairs as a result of damage from Hurricane Sandy. These three resolutions represent payments to the contractors and vendors who are performing the work or supplying the goods and materials needed to perform the work. Again, hopefully, at the end of the day, FEMA will pay 75% of eligible costs. That's the key word, eligible costs. Regardless, our dock will be restored, and it will be a crown jewel in our recreational assets. At the bottom of page 4, Resolution 2013-245, authorizing the township to submit an application for a grant, a Roy's grant, which, if I'm not mistaken, means recreational opportunities for individuals with disabilities. This is a normal grant that we received every year, helps fund the activities down at Meadow Edge with regards to various programs that enhance the mainstreaming of individuals with certain disabilities. Page 5, Resolution 2013-253. Township received a $4,000 grant for Click It or Ticket, provides $50 per hour for police officers to enforce seatbelt laws. And Resolution 2013-254 is roughly $1,700 for necessary compliance, testing, and reporting on the fuel system, on the municipal fuel system. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. I have a motion open to the public.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call. We're open to the public. Public.
My name is Susan Stein, 47 Barnegat Street. I haven't been to a town hall meeting in a long time, but what's happening with this empty lot that's behind CVS? Can somebody tell me? It's been cleared.
Property belongs to Tahoe.
On the CVS, Barnegat Plaza.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Behind you.
Yeah, I just happened to see him last week, the developer. His problem is money and tenants. He is waiting for an approval for the bank. He that close to signing a medical company is what he told me to start it off.
Okay.
But right now, he can't get funding until he has tenants. That's his problem.
He
How
needs,
about soliciting for a supermarket in there?
no, the thing is he needs that anchor,
Right.
and the anchor that he is going after is a medical facility. They do have letters of intent and things like that going on. I mean, you can always solicit for a supermarket, but they don't have it. He's not putting a large supermarket over there.
Not at all.
You know,
Yes.
that's
So
not our
then
decision.
we're without a supermarket till who knows when, basically.
We've been trying very hard. Walter's been trying very hard. People have been telling me they've been calling supermarkets to come in. The demographics tell them they can't come to Barnegat because there's not, and exactly what they say, there's not enough for young families. There's more